You may think you're being easygoing, but what if you're actually disappearing? If you run your opinions through his reaction before you say them, if "I don't care" has become your default, this is your self-abandonment test. 3 signs. Be honest with yourself as you listen. Sign number 1, you've stopped having preferences. When he asks, "What do you want to eat?" or "What do you want to watch?" your first instinct is, "What does he want?" or "What answer will keep things easy?" And maybe you call this being flexible, easygoing. But sometimes it doesn't really matter. Does not mean you're relaxed. Sometimes it means you've learned that having a preference costs you too much. So you stop checking in with yourself and scan your mind for what he wants instead. That is not a compromise, by the way. It could be self-sacrifice. Now, this next sign is so easy to miss, so pay close attention. Sign number 2, you explain yourself constantly. Now, this happens when every decision you make is usually met with so many questions. You don't just go out with a friend, you have to explain why it's important to you. And you don't just buy something for yourself, you justify the cost. You don't just say you're tired, you prove you've done enough to deserve rest. And at first that might look like great communication when you tell yourself, "I'm just being considerate." But consideration is not the same as constantly preparing for cross-examination. And if you feel like every ordinary choice has to be defended before it can be respected, I'd be concerned. So if every decision comes with an explanation, the question is not just, "Why do I explain so much?" The question is, what reaction am I trying to prevent? Now, this last one is the clearest sign you've abandoned yourself. Sign number 3, you feel more like yourself when he's not around. You may not notice how much you shrink when he's there until he isn't. Do you breathe easier when he leaves the room? Do you laugh more freely when he's not around? That matters because self-loss often shows up in the contrast. Who are you around him? And who are you when you don't have to manage him? Love should never require you to disappear. Now, here's the hopeful part. You are not gone. You may have been quiet, but you are still there. And recognizing self-abandonment is the first place you begin coming back. If these signs hit something real, your next question is probably, is this me or is this him? I have a test for that too. It's called the respect test, and watch it next.